I'm Lindsay. Welcome to Stabler Fitness. Today we're going to do a Pilates mat workout, and we are going to use a circle band and a magic circle. So if you don't have them, you can still do quite a bit, but you'll feel a little bit more resistance by having them with you. I have a heavy band. Even my heavy band, though, is well worn, so it's not like crazy heavy. So if you have a brand new one, you might want a medium, somewhere in there. All right, so we're going to leave the band off to the side to start. We're going to start with our magic circle, and we're going to start with our warm-up. I want you to put your thumbs right into the center of the circle. I want you to have your feet hip distance apart. Make sure your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel are all connected to the ground. I want you to inhale as you tap down. Try and sit your butt back to get down. Exhale as you come up. Pull that circle apart and open up that upper back. Inhale as you come down. Exhale, come up and really stretch. Open up that upper back. Now, if you can't squat, then don't get down to the ground. That's fine. You can just kind of tap down and then exhale and lift up. Inhale down. Exhale, lift, and pull those thumbs apart. 2 more. Last one. Now you're going to tap down or mini squat down. You're going to pull that circle apart as you twist and pull that arm down towards the right side. And then come back center and do it to the left. Lift up, twist, and reach down. Feel that body twist. Feel the side body open. Give a gentle pull of that circle apart, but keep the same distance between your upper arm and your ear each time. You're also keeping your hips over your ankles, and you're not swaying way far back. One more, both sides. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. Relax those shoulders. Bring that circle out in front of you. Lock your hips in place from the waist down. So you're going to give a little squeeze of the bum, lock the hips down. Rotate from your torso as you twist to the right and twist to the left. I like to think of that circle directly in front of my chest, so it gives me a visual of where I can twist from. I don't care how far your arms can go. Keep it right in front of your chest and twist the torso to warm up that spine. 2 more. Notice my hips are staying nice and connected. Last one. Good. Now we're going to reach that circle up and to the left. Then you're going to twist it across your body as you bring your right knee up. You inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Feel your cross body connect. One more. And we switch directions. Reach up to the right and exhale down to the left. Up to the right. Two more. Last one. Good. Last one, we're going to march forward. So we're going to lift that circle up overhead. We're going to exhale as we lift our right knee up and touch the circle to the knee. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you tap. Shifting our weight. You can add a little press down of the circle onto that knee if you want. You'll get a little bit more core connection. Also connect your breath. Hard to talk and connect my breath. We're not crunching and rounding forward. We're going to keep a nice straight back as we pull the arms down. One more, both sides. Good. All right. Now we are going to take our circle and we're going to put it on the insides of our ankles. So you're going to slide it right on the inside of your ankles. I like to go an inch or two above my ankles just because I don't like that feeling directly on my ankles. I want you to give a tiny tuck of the pelvis to engage the core. So no death gripping the glutes. The glutes are loose. We're going to shift our weight over to our left leg by lifting our right heel. Then we're going to lift our left toes off. Keep our feet parallel and keep our right foot flexed. You're going to exhale as you pull in and then release. Pull in and release. If you need a wall to hold on to, go for it. Sometimes just pointing at the floor and finding a spot helps with that balance. But I want you to think of inner thighs pulling and releasing. Pulling and releasing. Connect your breath to that so you zip up your core each time you engage those inner thighs. It'll go like this. It's so much more effective when you can connect your breath to it, but it's probably the hardest and easiest thing at the same time. 2 more. Hold that leg in, hold in and pulse. If connecting your breath to that is something that's super challenging and you have never been able to master, put that in the comments. I'd be happy to do a full video on that. For 3, 2, good. Put that right foot down, but don't lose that circle. We're now going to shift over to the right foot. So we're on our big toe, our pinky toe, and our heel on our right foot. It's all connected. Left heel's lifted. Lift the left toes. Find where you can balance. Exhale as you squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Every time you blow out, feel your hip bones pull closer because of your inner corset muscles. Your transverse abdominis. Two more. Hold in and pulse. Give a little squeeze, 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 squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and step it out. Drop that circle and change it out for your band. You can do this with the circle. You would just put it around the ankle similar to this, but I enjoy the band more for outer hips. So I like to switch, especially if we're using them both in the same workout. So you're going to slide it around the outer part of your legs, right above your ankles. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. You're always going to keep tension on the band. So you never want to come here because then it'll drop down, it'll wiggle too much, and it's not comfy. So you want feet to stay hip distance apart. We're going to start similarly. We're going to tuck our tailbone under, engage our core, tip over to the left leg by lifting the right heel. Then we're going to inhale. As you exhale, lift that right leg up and then control it down. Lift up and control it down. Keep your toe pointed forward. Try not to open the hip up. It's going to recruit other muscles that we're not trying to work right now. Control it down. Don't let the band control it down. And same as the other side, if you need a wall, grab a wall. Good rule of thumb is always exhale on the exertion. So the hardest part, that's when you want to exhale. You want to keep connected from your tripod foot on your left foot. That's under your big toe, under your pinky toe, and on your heel. 2 more. Hold that leg up and pulse. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Put that right leg down. Woo! Give a little wiggle. We're going to shift our weight over to the right leg. Lift our left heel. Then you're going to exhale, lift the right toes and lift, that's your left toe, the left leg, and then lift up and control it down. Lift up and control it down. Try not to tip way over to your right. So we don't want to be here. You want to be close to in line with that right leg as you lift that left leg up and pull it down. Control it up, control it down. Breathing. Three more. Last one. Hold it out there. Lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Relax those legs. Take that band off. You're going to keep feet hip distance apart, lean over to one side, do a half circle back behind you, lean over to the other side, roll over, open up those outer hips, breathe. I love this little stretch. It's such a weird little stretch, but it feels really good in those hips and those hamstrings. Oy. Good. All right, now we're going to come on down to the mat. You can just either plop on down or you can come to the front of your mat. You're going to crisscross your legs. You can bring your hands back behind you. You can bring your hands up, whatever you are comfortable with. And then you're going to try to just come right on down to the mat gently and safely. Once again, that is fully optional, something to aim for. Keep your circle close. We're going to go right into our 100. And if you know you like to keep your knees bent in the 100, you're going to put it up all the way up over your knees. If you're someone who likes to keep your legs straight, you're going to put it down near your ankles. I'm going to go for my ankles today. So you're going to roll all the way down. If you did this with me in class, which I teach in person in Williamsport, then I did it with you over the knees the other day. So you're going to exhale, bring your feet up to chair-like position. We're going to bring our arms up overhead. With a little push out of that circle, you're going to come up into your 100th position. So we're going to inhale, exhale, nod the chin, come up into your lift. You can still keep your knees bent and push out, or you can extend them out. And then you're going to start pumping. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're pushing out on the circle this whole time. If you commit to legs long and you find that it's too hard, just pull them in and do the same thing and still push out on your circle. My circle is crooked. It's going to drive me crazy. Try to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Hard to do while talking. Let's do 2 more cycles of breath. Last one. Good. Pull those knees to your chest. Go ahead and relax for a second. I'm going to be very mean. You're going to lift that circle out, and then you're going to put it on the inside of your legs. If you went above your knees, you'll put it in between your knees. If you went between your ankles, you'll put it in between your ankles or your calves, okay? We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to squeeze our legs in together. So arms up to the sky. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, come up into your lift, extend those legs long, squeeze those legs together, pump the arms, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you can change and bring those legs down at any point you need. You could also lower them lower or lift them higher. Keep squeezing. Two more cycles of breath. Last one. Good. Bend everything in, grab that circle, hold those knees, roll back and forth just a little bit. We're going to put that circle right up overhead. Let me get a little bit more in the camera shot here. You're going to extend those legs long. You're going to flex your feet, squeeze them together. Arms are up overhead. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, you're going to nod your chin, slowly peel your spine up off the floor, reach all the way up and over one vertebrae at a time. Then you're going to tuck that pelvis under as you roll back, squeezing the legs together, one vertebrae at a time, rolling down to the ground, lifting the arm up overhead. Inhale, exhale, engage that back by pulling out on that circle, nod the chin, squeeze the hips together, roll all the way up one vertebrae at a time, round forward, and then tuck and roll all the way back down. Good. Two more like this. Exhale, nod your chin, blow your air out, squeeze those hips, pull out on that circle. We think that this is a core exercise, and 100% it is. But guess what? If you turn those outer hips on and the inner thighs on, if you turn that back on, it's going to make this an easier core exercise because you're recruiting your whole body. and not just your belly. So stay up at the top, and this time I want you to put it on the outsides of your feet. Your feet are still up to the sky. You're going to put that circle parallel to the floor, outsides of your feet. We're going to push out. We're going to find those outer hips little. So sitting up tall, can you first just push out on the circle, feel those outer hips, and then release. Push out, come from here, and then release. Push out, hold it, lift the arms up, tuck the pelvis, roll all the way down, one vertebrae at a time, onto the ground. Inhale here. Exhale, nod your chin, push out on that circle, push, 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 and reach all the way up. Tuck the pelvis, roll back, one vertebrae at a time. Exhale down at the bottom, and roll up. We've got 2 more. Use the circle to turn on those outer hips at the hardest part. Inhale here, exhale, push out, roll up. Right about here is where it's really hard. Push out extra and help yourself roll all the way up. And then tuck and roll down. Last one. At the top, take that circle off, set it to the side. You're going to grab your right knee and your right hand's going to come down to your right ankle. Tuck it in towards your chest, tuck the pelvis, roll back to your lower back, let the left leg lift. So you're on the ground from your lowest rib cage down to your hips, okay? Your elbows are wide because you're going to use your back to hold up into that lift. Your hamstring is on that extended leg. Pull the right knee into your chest, 3, 2, 1, and then switch. 3, 2, 1. Always put outside hand to outside ankle. That's going to keep your knee in line with your shoulder. Try and stay up in that lift. Breathe. If you ever feel it in your neck, 2 things. Come up higher in your lift, look towards those inner thighs, or relax out of it and then come back into it. Don't look at the ceiling. Pull those knees into your chest. Breathe. Elbows are wide to help hold you here. This isn't a bad resting position because we're turning our back on and not just hanging out in our core or neck. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, extend the arms and legs away. Don't drop that torso. Swoop the arms around and give the knees a hug. Exhale, extend the arms and legs. Squeeze the legs together. Swoop the arms around and give a hug. Keep going right like this. Don't drop that torso. 2 more. Last one. Pull those knees in. Reach the right leg up to the sky, left leg away. Elbows are wide. Push the calf into the hands. Pull the hands into the calf. Pull it 3, 2, 1, and switch. Breathe. Push the calf into the hands and switch. As you're pulling that leg towards you, you're pushing it away from you as well. You're keeping that torso up there. You have elbows wide so you can engage that back. Good. Both legs up to the sky. Squeeze them together. Hands behind your head. You're going to lower the legs down and lift them back up. You could easily relax your head and neck. I tell you, I find it harder with my head and neck down. That's just how my body works. 2 more. Last one. Good. Bend those knees, put them down onto the ground, relax for a moment. Whew, hopefully you're feeling wonderful. We're going to lift our left leg up to the sky. Keep your right foot connected to the ground. Keep your hands behind your head. You're going to twist your right shoulder toward your right knee. Push your left elbow into the floor and right foot into the floor. And then relax down, switch the legs, twist to the right. With your shoulder, push the bottom elbow down, push the foot down, and switch. Exhale, and switch, and switch. Keep pushing the bottom elbow, bottom foot down to the ground. Switch. One last one like this, both sides. Last one. Then we're going to speed it up just a tiny bit. You're going to twist, push that foot to the floor. Now just twist the torso over to the other side. Push the foot down. And twist. And twist. Don't relax that head and neck if you can. Focus on twisting your torso from right below your rib cage as you shift the legs. Last one. Good. Pull knees to your chest. Go ahead and relax for a second. You can either grab behind your legs and pull yourself up to a sitting position, or you can challenge yourself. You can do a roll up into the sit-up position. Extend the legs long, flex the feet, arms up to the sky, squeeze the legs together, exhale, nod your chin, roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way, all the way, all the way, and sit tall. Good. All right, we're gonna get our bum out of the way a little bit. We're gonna open our legs as wide as our mat. You're gonna flex your feet, push your feet down into the mat. So your ankle, your calf, your back, your leg, your butt are all pushing down to the mat. Fingers in the center. You're gonna inhale. As you exhale, reach those arms forward, stretching the spine. So you wanna pull your belly back behind you and reach the arms, and then stack the spine and come up tall. So your hip points right here are staying straight up to the sky. They're not hinging forward like you do on a hamstring stretch. We're stretching our spine. Inhale, exhale, reach those arms forward, pull that belly button back behind you. Think of rounding that spine over and then stacking and coming up tall. Exhale, reach. Inhale, up tall. 2 more. Last one. Feels so good on the spine. Sit tall, squeeze the legs together, arms up into a T. Squeeze the legs together and turn them on. If your legs are rocking and rolling, you're moving from your hips, not your arms. Exhale as you twist a little farther. Come center and other side. When you twist, keep the shoulders down. Sometimes people like to come up like this. Keep them down as you twist. Come center, other side. Take note of your feet. Are they shifting forward and back? If so, you're using those hips to twist and not your torso. Good. Now we combine them together. Open those legs back up. We've got saw. So we're going to bring our arms up to a T. We're going to push our feet down. Keep them flexed. Twist to the right. Take your left hand, reach it towards your right pinky toe, right hand back behind you. You're rounding your spine forward. Saw that toe off, and then stack the spine and untwist. Twist the other direction, round up and over. So you're stretching that spine, and then sit tall and twist. Exhale, reach, sit tall, come center. Exhale, reach, sit tall. One more, both sides. Remember, we're not just hinging forward. We're keeping our hip points up as we stretch and reach. And last one, round over and sit tall. Good. Back to that band. So grab that band. You're going to slide it over your feet all the way up over your knees. You're going to lay all the way down. Your feet are hip distance apart, and you can step them away from your butt if you'd like a little bit more hamstring. If you have one who's got crampy hamstrings and yell at you, keep your feet, your heels towards your butt. So arms are long by your side. To start, grab your mat, pull it apart. Do you feel your upper back turn on? Go ahead and release. Do that again. Feel that back turn on. Do you feel you get a broader base so that when we come up into a bridge, we'll have something to relax or to push on? Good. You can continue to do that with the mat, or you can push your hands in if you know how to find it. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, open that upper back, tuck the pelvis, press through the feet, and lift up into a bridge. When you're in this position, pull your heels to your butt, and you should get the hamstrings to turn on right about where your butt crease is. And then roll through your spine one vertebrae at a time, tailbone hits, and release. We're going to inhale, exhale, push the arms in, tuck that pelvis, push to the feet, lift up, pull the heels in towards your butt. Breathe and roll down. That pull of your heels in towards your butt, it's not actually moving your feet, it's just activating those hamstrings. Push up again. And the band at the moment is just keeping those knees from collapsing. So you've got a tiny bit of tension on it, but nothing crazy. One last regular one, and then we're going to hold it up. Tuck the pelvis, push through the feet, hold it up. Now from here, I want you to lift your right foot and put it down. Lift your left foot and put it down. You do not need to lift it high. I want you to think of lifting it maybe an inch or two. But when you lift it, I want you to feel solid. You'll feel your leg that's still on the mat really working hard through that hamstring. And you'll feel your core stay in line. If your hips are swinging like a bell, then we're not engaging our core, and those hamstrings aren't connected, and we need to roll down and practice our bridges more. Connect both feet, roll all the way through, come all the way down. Good. One last one here. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, tuck the pelvis, press up, lift up, hold it up. Now holding here, can you open the knees and close the knees? Open the knees and close the knees. Push out on that band, release. Push, release. Push, release. When you're pushing out, you're still keeping your feet connected to the floor. So we're not just rolling out just to the outside of your foot. We're keeping the feet connected, opening at the knees, feeling these outer hips and our glutes turn on. Give me 4 more. Your rib cage is down, your pubic bone is up. You have not dropped your hips. Good. Hold them in line and then slowly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. We're going to roll over onto our right side. I want you to have your hips and your shoulders towards the back of your mat. Your feet are also going to be towards the back of the mat with your knees bent. Your shoulders are stacked and your hips are stacked, okay? Your top hand can be a tent in front of you if you'd like. It'll give you a little bit more support. Bottom arm can be straight or up, whatever you prefer. We're going to start by keeping our hip stack and lifting the top leg up. So you'll just exhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Notice the whole leg is lifting up. If you have your arm down, can you lift your lower oblique up and engage that oblique? It's tricky to get. I have a harder time with my head up to get it. So I like to come down, lift, feel like I have just like a tiny, not even a full finger distance underneath my lower oblique and the ground. Whew, should feel it right here. 2 more. Good. Connect those ankles. Open the knees. Now, when you do this, don't roll back on that hip. You're not going to have a large opening. If your top knee is opening and pointed to the sky, then you're definitely rolling off your hip. Okay? This is as high as I can get it without rolling off my hip. But I'll tell you what, I feel it right in here. I don't need height to feel it. Keep that lower oblique lifted if you're all the way down. Use your breath. 2 more. Last one. Hold open and pulse. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax for just a second. You're going to lift both feet up into the air. Knees are still connected. Lift the lower oblique if you can. Keep the hips stacked. Now open the knees, keeping the ankles together. Open and close. Open and close. Inhale and exhale as you open. Inhale as you close. Exhale as you open. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Woo-wee. Yowzers. All right. Stay on this side. Come on up so that your your forearm is going to be right underneath your shoulder. So elbows under shoulder. You're going to keep your knees bent. You're going to keep them back in line. Your top leg can go straight to start if you want to feel the movement of lifting. So your top hand is just going to hang forward. You're going to exhale, lift that bottom leg and push to your bottom forearm and then down. Now, if that feels good, you're going to keep your hips stacked. You're going to exhale. You're going to lift both knees up and away from each other. And then come down. Exhale, push up. You want to feel your lower outer side butt and your top outer side butt. I feel the lower one is the most important here. So if you can't feel it in the top, don't worry, you got the other side. But lift it up and push your bottom knee so that you feel your bottom hip and glute lift you up. Zip your core up. Push through that bottom elbow. 1 more. And down. Good. Go ahead and flip to the other side. You're going to want your hips and shoulders towards the back of the mat. Feet are in line. Try to do the same thing with your upper arm as you did on the other side. So I'm going to come all the way down so I can try and lift that lower oblique. To start, we're just going to keep our hips stacked and open up that top leg. Exhale and inhale. So, I was mentioning that lower oblique. I can lay right here and not engage that lower oblique at all. Or I can inhale, I can exhale. I think of reaching my spine long, and it's just going to lift that lower oblique up like the tiniest bit, but I can tell it's engaged. Whew, take a minute here because holy buckets, my outer hip is angry. And we just started this side, right? 2 more. Good. Relax it down. Ankles together. Open that knee up and close it. Open and close. Little fun fact. I tried to record the workout that I also did in person. So this is my second time doing it this week. And if I don't time it right, which this one I did not, certain muscles get angry. Dig deep. Keep the shoulders and hips stacked. Use that breath. We pulsed on this one. So we're going to hold this next one up and pulse. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Relax for a second. Good golly. All right, here we go. We're going to lift both feet up in the air. Keep the ankles together. Lift the lower oblique if you want to try that. Open the knees and close. Open the knees and close. This side is killing me. Ay, ay, ay. It was those last ones. Keep going, even if I'm dying. Keep going. Let's do 4 more. 2 more. Last one. We did not pulse on the last ones. All right, come on up to your forearm. You can keep the top leg straight to feel that lift. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale. As you exhale, push through that bottom leg and forearm and lift up. If that feels good, you're going to bend both knees. You're going to exhale, push, lift, and then lower. Lift up and lower. Notice how my elbow stays right underneath my shoulder. Oops, I just bonked the microphone. Hopefully I didn't make a big old noise. Lift that lower hip, push through that lower leg. That's what's going to turn on that lower glute med. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Ay, ay, ay. Come on up to a sitting position. We're going to move. No, we'll leave that band right where it is to start. All right. I'm going to scoot back so I'm actually on my mat here. All right. We're going to do some open leg rocker because open leg rocker needs a whole lot of outer hip. And oftentimes we hang off our hip flexors and we don't get that. So to start, we are going to keep our hands behind our thighs. You can be right over that band as long as you can move with it. So I want you to tuck your pelvis, roll back slightly, and then keep your knees here, or keep your feet on the floor, You're going to open and close. Open and close. Now, if you need a little more support, put your hands down and open and close and open and close. Your hands are here, but I still want your core supporting you. So if you were to lift them up, like have a light touch, okay? 2 more. Come from those outer hips. You're bringing the knee and the ankle out. Last one. Good. Whoo-wee. My outer hips are spent from this week. I will tell you that. All right. So now we're going to take it up a notch. Okay. So you are going to put your hands underneath your thighs. You're going to tuck your pelvis. You're going to roll back and hold here. Now, can you open and close the knees? Open and close. Squeeze from those outer hips. Pull from the outer hips and then close them in. If this is too much, you always go back to those hands and feet and on the ground. I always try to layer with progressions so that you have a choice of where you want to be. 2 more. Last one. Good. Relax on down. Breathe for a second. We're going to take it up another notch. Still leaving the band where it is for right now. We're going to tuck the pelvis, roll back, lift both knees up. Now, can you open the legs up? Can you extend the legs open? Feel the outer hips on. Bend the knees, close them. Open the legs. Close them, close the legs. Open, pull from those outer hips. Extend the legs, bend the knees, and close. 2 more right like this. Last one. Good. Now, this next portion, you can leave the band right where it is. It will be a tiny bit easier. Or you can pull it down to mid to lower calf, and it'll be up at the extension of your legs. So we are going to put our hands behind our thighs. We're going to tuck our tailbone, lift both knees up. Let's start here by just opening and closing. Feel that difference. It just makes that pull a little bit harder. If this is perfect and you can feel it way more in your outer hips, then go from here. If you can, hold those knees out, lift the legs up. Feel the pull right in here. Bend the knees, close them. Open the knees, extend. Bend the knees and close. Open, extend. Bend and close. On this next one, you're going to extend them up. You can tuck your tailbone, roll back to your shoulders, and then come up. Breathe. You're rolling, open leg rocker. With those outer hips turned on, our hands are a little lower, but we're here. If you've never done this before, just keep rocking and rolling, feel how it feels. Never roll up to your neck though. You're stopping at your shoulders, and then you're rolling back up. Last one. Good. Bend those knees down. Go ahead and relax. If you have done open leg, let's do it. Let's just do it. If you want to, go back to that. Otherwise, bring your hands down towards your ankles. Lift those legs up as you tip back. Pull the legs out. Feel those outer hips. Tuck the tailbone. Roll back to that shoulder. And come up. I'm not there today. And then come up. There we go. Push out on those outer hips. Tuck the tailbone. Roll back. You want to keep the same space between your knees and your chest. Breathe. And ideally, between your ankles, your knees, and your thighs. Last one. Whew, good. I just felt like we needed to go for it. I enjoy open leg rocker. All right. Band can go away. No, it can't. It can't go too far. Sorry, I lied. I wanted to throw it away, and we can't yet. All right, we're going to grab our circle. We're going to come over onto all fours. So knees are under hips, wrists are under shoulders. You're going to put the circle right in the center of your boobs, right in the center of your chest, okay? So you're going to put it right on your chest. Then you're going to put your chest connected to the ground. So I don't know if you can see the circles connected to the ground, connected to my chest. I'm in all fours right now. I make sure my wrists are underneath my shoulders. And then I'm going to step one leg back as I start to form a plank. And then I'm going to exhale, bring the other leg back, and I'm in plank position. In this position, I'm going to bend my elbows, push into that circle, and then push it away. You let the circle help you with some push-ups. A push-up is a moving plank. So you could just hold the plank to make that stronger. But with the circle, it does help quite a bit. Good. Hold on up. Come on down to your knees. Put that circle to the side. Grab your band. You're going to slide the band over your elbows on both arms. So I have it right above my elbows. It's not way up towards my shoulders, just right above my elbows. I'm going to come back out to that plank position. You can do this from your knees. If you do, make sure shoulder through hips through knees is in a straight line. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, come up into plank position, whatever that is for you. Then you're going to bend and push back up. Bend, let that band pull those elbows together. Inhale, blow the floor away. Exhale as you come up. 2 more. Last one. Good. Come on down to your knees. Lean back and stretch. You can even take that circle band off. Breathe. And on our push-up kick, we've got one last thing. Take the band, move it down to right above your ankles. We're going to come on to all fours. we're going to come back into our plank position. So we're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to step back into plank position right here. Now, maybe holding here is enough. Otherwise, can you step your right leg out and step it in? Left leg out and step it in. When you step it out, can you not change your plank position? So I don't want you to come up here and step out. I want you to hold low, step in, step in, step in. Guess what? You should feel that outer side butt that we've worked so much today. One more, both sides. Whew. Keep the band there. Come down to all fours. If your wrists are hurting you, you can come onto your fists. You're going to keep knees right underneath your hips, shoulders underneath over your wrists. From here, you're going to exhale as you open your ankles away. Inhale as they come in. Exhale and inhale. Working on that internal rotation of the hips. Don't rock and roll in your lower back. Your back is nice and flat. Your pelvis is stable. You're just opening those ankles and closing. Open and close. Feel your sits bones open up. On this next one, hold those ankles out. Let the right foot come in, push it back out. Left foot come in, push it out. Right, out. So you're just holding it under tension as you move similarly to how we started. We're on the home stretch. We're breathing. One more, both sides. Good. Relax. Take that band off. You're going to grab that circle. This might be the best part of class. Lay all the way down onto your back. You're going to reach your right leg straight up to the sky. Put your toes onto that circle. Left leg is bent. All right. With a straight right leg, I want you to point your toe and then flex the ankle and give a gentle pull back of the hands. Point the toe and pull it back. I have both hands on my circle right now. I like to do that in this position because it keeps me center. I'll be very honest, pretty sure after I was told this series years and years and years ago, I went out and bought my first magic circle because I was like, that right there is worth the stretch. Go ahead and angle your heel out. So have your foot angle out. So heel is out, toe is in, and do the exact same thing. You'll feel it slightly different in your calf. And then angle heel in, toe out, and do the same thing, and you'll feel slightly different in that calf. Woo-wee. 2 more. Good. Come back to center, straight leg. Pull it straight back towards your shoulder, and then release it down to your hips. Pull it back, feel the hamstring stretch, and then release it towards your hips. Try to keep that leg straight. Your knee is not locked, but you do want a straight leg. Don't bend it just to get more ground. You won't feel the stretch that way. 1 more. Good. Now put the circle into your right hand. I have my right leg in the circle. Now my right hand. I'm going to move that leg out to the right 4 to 6 inches, keeping my left hip connected to the ground. With a straight leg, I'm going to pull it up towards my shoulder and then relax it down towards my hip. Pull it up towards my shoulder and down towards my hip. So you're still moving from feet to head, and you're just keeping it out at that angle away from the body. 1 more. Good. Bring it back to center. Extend the left leg long. Switch the circle into the left hand. Keep your right hip down as you pull that right leg across the body. This is the one that will bring me to tears. You should feel it all along the outside of your leg. Whew, if you have IT band problems, this is a great stretch for it. You can then pull that leg straight up towards your shoulder and release it down towards your hips. Yes, I am moving. It does not look like it, but my leg goes about a 1/2 inch up, a 1/2 inch down, but I can surely feel it quite a bit. If you can't feel it, make sure that right hip is down as that leg comes across the body. And if you need it just a tiny bit deeper, you can take the outside of your foot and angle it up towards the sky, either by twisting your circle to get there or by twisting your foot. This one I can't move. If the outer foot goes up, I can't move. Good. All right, now my favorite, windshield wipers. Put your right hand onto that circle, open the leg up to the right, your hip can lift up, and then pull it across, switch it over to the left, and your hip can lift up. Shoulder blades stay connected to the floor, but hips can rock and roll as you let that leg go from the right side all the way up and over to the left side. Breathing. One more, both sides. Wonderful. Relax that leg. Lift the left leg, put it straight up to the sky, put the toes onto that magic circle, point the toes to the sky, and then flex the ankle, give it a gentle pull back. Point the toes to the sky, give it a gentle pull back. Go ahead and angle that heel out, toe in, and continue to move that ankle up and down. Feel it slightly differently in that calf. And then heel in, toe out, and do the same thing. Good. Come back to center, come back to neutral with a straight leg. Pull that leg straight back, and then release it over your hips. Pull it straight back, and release it over your hips. 3 more like this. Switch that circle into that left hand. Move it away from the body 4 to 6 inches. Keep your right hip down. Pull it up towards your shoulder and release it down towards your ankle. Pull it up towards your shoulder and down. Nice straight legs. One more. Then comes the doozy. Extend that right leg straight. Switch the circle into your right hand. Keep the left hip down as you pull that leg across your body. Maybe holding it here is just plenty. Otherwise, you can pull it up towards your shoulder and down towards your hip. The other option is lifting the outer part of that foot up towards the sky and kind of sickling your foot in. Breathe. One more. Good. Now come back to center, put the left hand under the circle, open that leg up to the left, let the hip lift a little, switch it across the body, put it into the right hand, lift that hip slightly, and just think of windshield wipers going up and over. Shoulder blades stay connected. Roll through those hips. Breathing. One more, both sides. Wonderful. Push the circle down onto the side. Roll onto your side. Push yourself up to a sitting position. Find wherever you can that makes comfortable with your legs, whether it's crisscross applesauce, legs straight, whatever you prefer. Take some nice deep breaths. Take a nice big inhale, grow taller. Exhale, release. Inhale, come up, grab that wrist, reach up and over. If you're pulling to the right, root down through that left hip so you feel that side body stretch. Come center, grab the other wrist, reach down through that right hip as you pull it to the left. Come center, release. One last deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Thank you so much. Hopefully you had a wonderful workout. Please leave comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day. See ya.